Dude, something big has happened at the ATF, and it's got everyone talking because our newly elected Attorney General, Pam Bondi, the one that was elected or appointed by President Trump, she has fired the ATF's top lawyer. So what does that mean for the Second Amendment, and what does that mean for gun laws going forward? Well, stick around and you're about to find out. Listen, before we get started with today's video, if you enjoy content like this where I bring you Second Amendment news, consider hitting that like button. It's free and it doesn't cost you a thing. And if you really want to stick it to the anti-freedom loving platform that you're watching this video on now, then consider subscribing and sharing this video to your social media channels. That way they cannot suppress this video any more than they already have. All right, y'all, let's get into today's video. So here's what went down. Pamela Hicks, who served as the chief counsel of the ATF, she just got the boot. She gone. She was escorted out of the building by our newly appointed Attorney General, Pam Bondi, who personally made the phone call to fire her butt. Now, if you don't know who Pamela Hicks is, that's fine, because many people didn't know who she was, even though she's been around for a very, very, very long time pushing gun control. She was actually a key figure in enforcing some of the most recent ATF controversial policies in recent years. And with over 28 years of federal service under her belt, she was a major player for shaping firearm regulations for the Biden regime, along with a few others. All right, y'all, so let's talk about what happened, because we all know that Pam Bondi was appointed by President Trump, right? But she was appointed by President Trump with the goal of cleaning house at the DOJ and pushing back against what she calls politicized law enforcement. And guess what? Pam Hicks was seen as a leftover from the previous Biden regime, where she was enforcing many of the policies that we were fighting against because we knew that it was unconstitutional. Policies that have like I said, been ruled unconstitutional by many courts, including the Supreme Court in recent years. But Pam Bondi's move is aligned with President Trump's larger strategy, and that is to remove officials that are tied to controversial gun laws and gun control efforts, and also to reshape the DOJ to be less about restrictions and more about restoring our rights and enforcing our freedoms. Now, there's sources inside the ATF that say Bondi wants someone in role that would be less aggressive on gun regulations and more aligned with the Second Amendment. And the first person that comes to my mind, and probably the first person that comes to your mind as well, is going to be Brandon Herrera. There's nobody more qualified, in my opinion, to run the ATF, but I'm a nobody. I don't have that authority to make that decision. But if I did, you would guess 100%. Brandon Herrera would be the next ATF director, because he would dismantle the out of that agency without even thinking twice about it. So that's just my opinion. Nobody's more qualified than Brandon Herrera. No, I do believe that this is the beginning of a massive, massive ATF shakeup led by our Attorney General. I believe that our Attorney General is just getting started, and there's going to be bigger firings and more shakeups at the ATF. Now, Gun Owners of America, the GOAT of gun rights organizations, they came out and said ATF's chief counsel, Pamela Hicks, has been fired and escorted out of Washington, D.C. headquarters. Hicks oversaw the enforcement of every Biden infringement of the Second Amendment since taking the position back in 2021. Here's a question for you. Will Pam Bondi appoint someone who rolls back controversial ATF policies, someone such as Brandon Herrera? Or could this lead to more legal challenges against past ATF decisions? And can we see more shakeups in the DOJ under President Trump's influence? Those are all damn good questions which should be answered relatively soon. Now, if Hicks' firing is just the beginning of Pam Bondi's overhaul, things are about to get really wild. The ATF has been at the center of the gun rights battle for many, way too many years. And this could be the start of a massive shift in how federal gun laws are enforced, or more importantly, how they're not enforced. All right, so here's a question for you. Was Pam Bondi right to fire Pam Hicks? Or was this a political move that weakens law enforcement? I want to hear from you. Drop a comment down below and let's keep that conversation going. Listen, I appreciate you all for watching this video. Thank you for the support that you show this channel. I appreciate every single one of you. And like we end every video, see you at the gun show. Take care, y'all.